Hi guys, my name's Joe Quick and this is a JQ review walkthrough. Today we're playing Overmorrow. That's the day after the day after today. The day after tomorrow, Overmorrow. In this case, it's 30 days from now. 30 days to solve the mysteries of the island and save the day. If you want to complete this game without any help, here are my top tips. Walk into things. Because of the game's unique art style, it's hard to determine certain passageways. Walk into walls to uncover secrets. I must stress this is an in-game tip, not a life hack. Please don't walk into walls outside of the game. Keep your eyes open for interaction icons and moving elements. These often hint at where your powers can be used. Use all your magic before starting a new day, and keep track of where you used it to save duplicating your efforts. Don't use it by accident. Or, if you're still struggling, watch this walkthrough. I apologise in advance as this walkthrough is a bit messy and all over the place, but to be honest, so is the game. If you're trying to complete it in as fewer days as possible, then you'll need to run around the island a fair bit. And there is a Steam trophy to be found if you can do it in under 15 days. I'm going to throw a lot of directions your way, so here is a compass to keep track. So let's get into it. Overmorrow is a very serene experience. We enter the scene, ocean waves lapping at our feet, warm sand around us. Our memory is a bit fuzzy, but we remember we have 30 days. 30 days to stop Overmorrow, else everything will be lost. Let's start with a little bit of exploration. When you wake up on the beach, head over to the left. You will find a jagged rock with 3 seagulls perched at the top. Head north and you'll pass by another jagged rock with something lurking deep beneath the water. And finally, reach a rock shaped like a crocodile. 3 important areas we'll revisit later. Head to the east and up onto the grassy mound. Here you'll make out a fallen tree and a green crystal sitting upon a tree stump. This is your first power, plant magic. Collect the crystal by walking up to it. Hold a shoulder button and press A to trigger the magic. Or if you're using a keyboard, you can hold M and press number 1. The fallen tree will move to make a bridge. Head to the east and then follow the path north to find a fireplace. You can rest by the fireplace to restore your magic, but a day will pass, bringing you closer to Overmorrow. Press A or space on the keyboard to rest by the fire. With your magic restored, head north to a lake with some rather large lily pads. Use your plant magic to move them and form a path to the left and right. Head east and then venture south. Don't spend too long in the orange zone as the mushroom spores will make you pass out, thereby losing a day. Further south you will see a trigger switch in the shallow water. Walk on top of it to reveal an entrance in the cave. Head into the cave and continue south. You'll reach another cave filled with water. Head east and you'll reach a stream. Step into it and let it carry you away. It will drop you by another trigger switch. Step on it and the water will stop, allowing you to pass by heavy flowing streams. Head to the west and you can just make out an exit to the top of the screen. Walk through the exit and you find a nice beach and another crystal. Work your way around the rocks and pick up the crystal. This is your second power, water magic. Hold a shoulder button and press X, or if you're using the keyboard, hold M and press number 2. This will trigger the power and cause the shallow waves to part, allowing you access to a small entrance in the bottom right of the screen. Hop over the ledge and continue east to find yourself on the opposite side of the caves. We can see a trigger switch here, but there are some strong waves covering it. There's no need for magic here, just good timing. As the wave goes out, run across and hit the switch. This will stop the stream above and allow you to move north. If you then head to the right, you'll notice a big hole in the caves. We'll revisit this later. For now, use the trigger switch on the previous screen and you can proceed west and then north out of the caves. Shining within a field of flowers is another plant crystal. Pick it up. Head to the west and step on another trigger switch to extend the bridge, allowing us to return to where we first entered the cave. But we don't want to do that just yet. Go back to the field of flowers and head north from the little earth patch on the screen. This will drop us into another cave. Head east and ignore everything here for the time being. Push the trigger switch to move a big rock to the left and exit the cave. We're back at the fireplace, so take a rest to restore your magic. Head back into the cave we just discovered and use water magic to fill the hole. Then use earth magic to make the giant strawberry fall from the vine. This gives us a bridge across the chasm. Head north and you will see another shining crystal. This is our third power, creature magic. Pick up the crystal and hold a shoulder button and press Y. Or if you're using a keyboard, hold M and press number 3. The snakes will talk to you and create a path across the crack in the floor. Head back south and leave the cave to the west. Spend another night by the fire. Head back to where we picked up our first magic crystal, by the fallen tree, and just to the west, use your water magic by the river. This will allow us to cross to another large beach. Head north and your path will be blocked by another bush. Use your plant magic to move the bush. North of this, there is a gate with 3 trigger switches. We won't be able to proceed further without all of our magic. Head to the east where you will find a squirrel on a big tree stump, and another suspicious looking bush. Use your plant magic again and you can head to the south. Follow the path around and hit the trigger to extend the bridge, but don't cross it yet. Head north until you reach a small island in the lake, another important landmark. There are 2 secrets to be found here. One requires magic, the other one requires walking in the right direction. Whilst looking out to the island, head to the west and you will uncover a secret forest full of squirrels. Use your creature magic to call the squirrels back and they will offer you another creature crystal. Make your way back to the cave that looks like a crocodile and use your creature magic. The cave mouth opens and you can enter. Head around to the trigger and step on it. This should light up the cave, revealing an opening. Head east to discover another magic crystal. Our next power, fire magic. Pick up the crystal and hold a shoulder button and press B. Or if you're using a keyboard, hold M and press number 4. This will light all the fires in the cave, making it much easier to navigate. Exit the cave. A fox is waiting for you outside and traps you in the cave. You pass out and wake up somewhere unknown. Only your powers can help you escape. One by one, trigger your magic powers, plant, water, creature and fire, and the fox will comment on his distaste for you controlling these elements. Press the A button or space and you will pass out again and wake up by the fire. 2 days lost. When you awake, make your way to the gate with 3 switches. You can either go left at the lily pads or back across the beach by the crocodile cave. There are 3 trigger switches you need to push at the same time. Step on the middle one closest to you, and then trigger your plant magic to cause a tree to collapse. Finally, use your water magic to push the last switch. The gate will open and you can head north. Another gate is in our way, so head around the wall to the east. You'll reach a little village. Enter the hut on the right. Once inside, use your fire magic to set the tree ablaze. Leave the hut and exit to the right of the screen. The fox is here, but he runs away to the north. Push the trigger switch to open the gate, and you'll also notice something splashing in the water. Use your creature magic to summon forth a school of fish. You can then walk across these to reach another water crystal. Let's follow the fox north, and you'll notice he dropped a fire crystal. Pick it up and proceed around the corner to the east. Past the waterfall, to a snowy mountainside and a well-placed torch. Use your fire magic near the torch to melt the ice and create a path for you. Follow that path through to a graveyard. The graveyard is made up of 4 areas, one with a nice big tree. Head south from the tree and you'll find a trigger switch which creates a bridge back towards the fireplace. There is another earth crystal to be found here, but it only works if the flowers are white and green. A little demonstration of how easy it is to waste magic. Never mind. Head to the east and then south into the mushroom forest. Be careful here. Spend too long in the spores and you will pass out, losing a day. How do you avoid the spores? Well, there are little gaps which are less impacted by the spores, offering you some breathing room, and occasionally a snail will appear in the graveyard whose slime negates the spores' impact, so you can follow his trail with much less risk. If you head south, you will find yourself at the cavern we earlier fell into. Then keeping close to the right, you can find your way to another creature crystal. Head back to where we first entered the mushroom forest. And this time follow a path to the east. Make sure to use those gaps to allow yourself time to breathe. And you will find yourself at another small beach. To the north there is a cave, which we don't need to visit until later. And to the south, a well-hidden bend behind the mushroom taking us to another large beach. Now you may or may not see a shadow of a manta ray moving in the water here. They appear on an ad hoc basis, but if they are there, you can get yourself another water crystal. Use your creature magic to talk to the manta ray, or should I say pixel manta, and they will offer to take you to a secret island. If it's not there, head to the west and you'll find another fire crystal hidden within the outcrops. Not much more to do here, so head back to the graveyard and you can cross the bridge back towards the fireplace. This is where it starts to get a bit messy. I've still got some magic left and I don't want to waste it. Head down to the beach just south of the grass verge and you'll see a crab playing in the sand. Use your creature magic to talk to him and he will mention a stick in the sand. Move around a bit and just under the leaf to the right, the crab will extract a torch from the sandy depths. Be careful here, if the crab goes under the sand, your magic won't work. We've still got a bit of magic left, so let's head over to where the seagulls are. Don't get too close or you'll scare them away. Position yourself on the nearby ledge and use your creature magic. The seagulls will depart and then return shortly with another water crystal. Head back to the small island in the lake, near the secret squirrel forest. And I use my fire magic, don't do that. Use your water magic and you will water the small seed that is positioned in the centre of the small island. Feeling disappointed that I wasted both plant and fire magic today, I'm going to go to sleep. Tomorrow is a new day. Make your way round to the village. As you pass the small island, you'll notice a small plant has started to grow, but it needs a little more water. Use your water magic again to top it up, and continue north to the village. Head into the hut on the right. There is a trigger switch behind the gate, but we can't reach it. Use your plant magic to shift the rock onto the switch. Exit the hut and enter the hut on the left. Use your fire magic to burn the cobwebs blocking the path below, and then use the trigger switch to open the gate in the top left corner. Exit the hut and enter the one on the right again. Make your way round through the tunnel and up to the top left exit. The gate is time sensitive, so don't dilly-dally. We'll enter the other half of the village and notice the tree is still casually burning from the day before. Use your fire magic to burn the cobwebs and head north. Casually bathing in the pool of water is a mole. Yes, that's a mole. Use your creature magic to talk to them and they will offer to mauve. Say yes and the mole will disappear. You can then use your water magic to send the water back up the well. As you exit the hut, hit the trigger switch hidden in the tunnel to open the gate again and make your way into daylight. Head to the other side of the village and go north between the trees. Use your earth magic to push a small seed from the trees high above, and it will land nicely in a patch of soft soil. Then use your water magic to move the water from the well onto the seed, and we have ourselves a gardening game. Don't forget to fertilise. Head back to the fireplace. I've still got some creature magic left, so I'm going to see if the manta ray is there. He's not. I'll save myself the long journey back and just inhale the mushroom spores until I pass out. Don't try this at home. "23 days remaining." Head back towards the village again, and you'll notice that our island seed has blossomed into a beautiful flower. And another plant crystal. Pick it up. Back through the village, head north and venture around to the bottom of the waterfall. Use your water magic to stop the water flow and head inside. There's a lot to be done here, but for the moment we're interested in one thing. Use your water magic again to clear the water on the left. Continue to head in that direction, and you'll have to use your water magic again to clear another waterfall. The result? Another creature crystal. Pick it up. I ventured back to the graveyard and tried again on the flowers, but that's not the colour combination we need. Another bit of magic wasted. Through the mushroom forest to see if the manta ray was there. He wasn't. Back through the mushroom forest and a couple more attempts on the flowers. Sometimes in this game, position is everything, but no luck. So, back to the fireplace. But we're not going to sleep. No. We're going to burn things. Use your fire magic to send a stream of fire off to the south. Follow it south and you'll notice the torches alight. Use your fire magic again. Follow it south and another torch is lit. Use your fire magic again. We're out of magic, and that was a fairly unproductive day. But given our limitations, you're bound to have a few dud days. Head back to the fire and go to sleep. In the morning, go down to the beach and head east under the palm tree. You'll see that this last torch was lit with our magic last night. But no more fire magic for now. Standing next to the waterfall, use your water magic. This will give you access to a small pathway leading under and around the caves. Until a bush blocks your path. Use plant magic to move the bush out of your way and continue along the path. Eventually you will bump into a dog who will not let you pass. Use your creature magic to talk to the dog. It will ask you how many seagulls are on the beach. If you don't know, the answer is 3. After it jumps out of the way, continue on the path. There it is again. Use your creature magic to talk. He will ask you how many different coloured trees are on the island. The answer is 4. Head past the dog and continue along the path until you reach a fork. To the right, you will see a big rock covered in vines. Use your plant magic to move the rock and proceed to the east. You will see the rock fall into the caves below. If you head back to the fork and take a left, you will find a little ledge. I think you should be able to jump off here, but you can't at the moment. Possibly a bug. So you have to take the long way back to the path entrance. And whilst we're here, let's light a few more torches. 1 to the west. 2 to the west. 3 to the west. And oh no, earthquake! Head to the west again to see the last torch lit and the water parted, revealing stairs into the deep abyss. Ooh, I wonder what's down there. Okay, let's head back to the fireplace and around to the caves where we found our first water crystal. Head across the bridge to the right and enter the caves where we had exited them before. There's no trigger switch, so you'll need to use your water magic to clear the fall this time. Then carry on east to the big hole. But there's no big hole. The rock from above has filled the gap, allowing us to cross. Take the path to the south to find a little maze. Follow the path left, down, left, up, left, down, right in the middle, down, right, up, right, down, right, up. This doesn't unlock a secret minigame. Or does it? You find yourself on the gleaming shore. Use your creature magic to talk to the giant turtle. They will explain that their child is stuck in the ocean and requests your help. Will you help? Select yes. And here is your minigame. Navigate the turtle to the east. Work your way around the rocks and be sure to avoid the shark-like fins protruding the water's surface. Head north. Head east. And then exit at the top left of the screen. It's quite simple, but just be careful as you transition between screens, as there may be a shark directly next to you. If you fail, don't worry, the turtle has more children lost at sea, but you will need to come back another day. The turtle will give their thanks and say their goodbyes, and we can head west to find the dog. Use your creature magic again to talk to them. Some sentimental music and a sad monologue later, and the dog runs away with the creature emblem. Make your way back through the maze. Just do what I said before, but backwards. Poo, dagger, nawad, dagger, poo, dagger, nawad, and so on. All the way back to the fireplace. Now we've still got a bit of magic, so I'm going to head round to the well in the village, where we planted our little seed. It's grown a bit, but not enough. Use your water magic again to water the plant. And making our way to the flowers in the graveyard. They are white and green. What remains unseen? Use your plant magic and magic their being. Pick up the plant crystal. Head back to the fireplace to sleep. 20 days remain. It's about time we get serious. Head back to the large waterfall north of the island. Use your water magic to stop the flow and enter the cave. To the right, use your fire magic to melt the ice. Continue east and use your water magic to stop the waterfall. Carry on east and follow this path around to a snowy peak. Once more to the east and you'll find a fire crystal frozen in ice. Use your fire magic to melt the ice and pick up the crystal. Head back inside the cave and towards the cave entrance. Use your plant magic on the vines hanging on the rock edge to create a bridge and follow the path south to another dead end. It looks like there's some water splashing around here, but water magic isn't the key. Use your creature magic to make our turtle friend appear. After a short dialogue, you can walk across their head and go around to another cave exit. This one leads to a secret island, and if you head south, you will find the creature emblem and the dog. Our first emblem. Head on over to the graveyard and to the bottom left corner, which should have a flower-like symbol on the floor. Use your plant magic here and you should hear a click, or at least be told that you heard one. I hit a glitch here. The text stayed in place and I couldn't move my character. I simply hit escape to open the menu and escape again to close it, and that allowed me to move. Another one for the devs to fix. Go to the top right corner of the graveyard with a symbol on the floor resembling a wave and use your water magic. Another click, another glitch. Head west to the top left corner with the tree, a symbol similar to fire, and use your fire magic. And finally, in the bottom right corner, a symbol depicting a snake, maybe. Use your creature magic. Another click and something opens near the tree. Escape any last glitches and head to the top left corner near the tree. A subtle entrance has appeared, a staircase descending beneath the graveyard. Let's explore. Everything is dark except for a small light emitting from the torch we have summoned from thin air. And this is one of the more challenging areas of the game and an easy way to lose a few days. I recommend opening this cave as early as possible and revisiting it at the end of the day when you have used all your plant, water and creature magic. The route is quite simple, but the path is so narrow it's very easy to fall off. I found this slightly easier with a controller than using the keyboard, but either way, baby steps are the way to go. When you reach a small sign, it reads, "Things in this world are hidden, like the path behind you." And you might notice a few subtle flecks of red appearing across the screen. It's leap of faith time. Cross the invisible bridge and continue to navigate the increasingly narrow path to a larger platform. . 'Platform. 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 Make your way around the holes and use your fire magic to melt the ice. I haven't got any more fire magic, so I won't be able to progress any further, but just a bit to the north, there is a trigger switch which creates another invisible path towards the cave entrance. Exit the cave, and as I've still got a bit of magic left, I'll see if the manta ray is on the beach. Again, he's not, so to save myself a journey, I'll inhale the toxic spores of the mushroom forest. Another mistake on my part, as I could have used the remaining plant magic I had. Let me show you how. Head back to the village to the well where we planted the seed. It has transformed into some kind of vine which we can climb up to the ledge above. Over to the west, a giant strawberry hangs from the precipice. Use your plant magic to drop it into the water. Back east into the cave entrance, we can make our way down through the few mushrooms here to the exit in the south. Continue south and the strawberry has washed up on the beach outside the tower. Use your plant magic to move it onto the trigger switch and open the tower door. Now we can enter the tower. There's a couple of torches and some webs blocking our way, so use your fire magic to clear a path. Head south and you can see a vine hanging on a tree. Use your plant magic to manipulate the vine and create a bridge across the gorge. Over to the east you'll find another torch. Use your fire magic and it will set the cobwebs alight, and the two torches on the other side. Use your fire magic again to burn the webbed trees. The webs are gone, but the fire persists. At this stage I was calculating how best to use my magic. I decided to head to the water temple that we revealed earlier and retrieve the water emblem, but I foolishly used my water magic before doing something vital. To the east of the cave there is some seaweed blocking our path, and if we try to move it with the water levels risen, it will simply float back into place. More magic wasted. So, I went back to the fire temple, back across the vine bridge to the burning trees. You can then use your water magic to create a spray from the lake, thus extinguishing the flames. There's still things I could do despite my mistakes, but I kind of wasted my magic this time and decided to call it a day. "19 days remaining. Back to the tower. Head south between the trees and around the bend to the vine bridge. We can tightrope walk across the previous one, but this bridge is apparently a challenge. Use your plant magic to make it spring to life with flowers and support your way as you cross. Continue to the east and a webbed creature lands in your path. Use your creature magic to talk to it. They'll explain their situation and ask if you can help. Say yes. The creature will promptly be swiped away by its captor, and we can continue on our path. Use plant magic once more to manipulate the vine into a bridge and cross to the other side. Then use the web bridge on the left to find a gigantic spider. But there's no need to panic. Use your creature magic once more to talk to the spider. They will present you with some questions. How many palm trees are on the beach? 2. How many magic crystals are there? Well, there's 4 kinds of magic, each has 4 crystals. 4 times 4 is 16. The final question is, who will end you? Intimidating, I know. You can answer you or me and the spider will let you proceed. Make your way back across the web bridge and the doors would have opened, revealing a very decorative path to the plant emblem. 2 emblems retrieved, and we still have plenty of magic for today. Head to the west and out of the small exit at the top of the screen. You'll appear in the bottom left corner near the well. Work your way off the ledge and back into the village. From here, we'll go to the... We'll go to the graveyard underground temple. Cross the invisible bridge we unlocked and we can pick up where we left off. Towards the south, use your fire magic to melt the ice. Continue to navigate the extremely frustrating pathway until you reach a large platform to the east. Use your fire magic to reveal the fire emblem. 3 emblems down, 1 to go. I don't know if this is a bug or intended, but there doesn't seem to be a way back, so just jump in the fiery pits and hope you're okay in the morning. Another day. Make your way down to the underwater temple. You'll notice at this stage the world is starting to break apart. Black areas begin to appear and they are bad. If you touch them, you'll lose a day. So, learning my lesson from last time, head over to the seaweed and use your plant magic to move them out of the way. Whilst you're here, avoid the jellyfish tentacles. You'll notice the black triangles which will also make you pass out should you touch them. Go south towards the fish and use water magic to fill the cave floor. Following that, use creature magic to talk to the fish and they will move to the north. Stay out of their way or there is a chance they'll push you into a jellyfish. Follow the fish north and they'll continue their journey. We want to follow them, but I'm a bit concerned about the proximity of this jellyfish. A poor choice of game design where we have no choice but to wait for them to move. Once it is safe, find the fish and talk to them once more. You can't see it here because the water level is too high, but the fish are now happily jumping on a trigger switch which has made the bridge available to cross. Let's fast forward past this jellyfish and continue across the bridge. Use water magic to lower these things blocking our path. And on the other side, use water magic again so that we can make it across the ledge to the north. Now, if we had found our manta, we would have another water crystal to reduce the water level and reveal the path but it's basically a clockwise spiral to the emblem in the middle. We retrieve the emblem, the water level rises, and we find ourselves washed up again on the beach. Head to the fireplace. Continue past it to the graveyard. And there's an elephant. Not just any elephant, a magical healing elephant that can replenish your magic. Exactly what I don't need at this stage of the game. But keep your eye out for him because he may be able to help you out in your playthrough. Through the mushroom forest, and would you believe it, here's the manta ray. Use your creature magic to talk to it. Step on its back and it will take you to a small island with the final water crystal. Again, absolutely useless at this stage in the game. Head towards the cave in the north, the one place we haven't been yet. But before you can make it to the entrance, you appear in something like a hospital, complete with skeletons. There are 3 switches at the top. The middle switch triggers all 3 switches. The one on the left triggers the middle, and the one on the right also triggers the middle. So, use the trigger switch on the floor to open the path. Another switch gives you access to the bottom, and a 3rd switch opens the paths to the side. Head to the right. Use the switches at the top so that the middle switch matches the one on the left. Go back and use the floor switches to gain access to the left side. Use the switch at the top to make them all green and open the door to the south. Again, push the floor switch and make your way into the next room. Barely visible, there are interaction icons on either side of this gate. Head to the left to interact with it, and then head to the right and do the same. The gate moves, allowing access to the switch in the middle. Hit the switch, and we arrive back at the graveyard. Who else is confused? Go through the mushroom forest for the 100th time, and this time you can actually enter the cave to the north. Head over to the right and go south. Work your way towards the torch on the right and use your fire magic to melt the ice, creating a pool of water. Go to the pool of water and use your water magic to move it into the space below. Then use plant magic to unfurl the vines and let the icy winds freeze both pools of water. After it has frozen, you can cross the pool to the west, over the red crystal, and north upon the yellow crystal. Once again we meet the fox. You can use your creature magic here to converse with the fox, and he will offer to guide you, roughly, through the storm. Or you can just do it yourself. Keep close to the left side of the screen and head to the north. You'll see slight cracks and shadows that you need to work around as you make your way east. and one final route keeping to the outskirts and descending north. To the magic crystal hole in the ground. This next part of the game makes you question your existence, in more ways than one, so I'll try and make it as exciting as possible, with the random walkthrough music quiz show that nobody asked for. Guess the song, guess the artist, or just follow the directions to finish the game. The choice is yours. Here we go. I've got to get through this on our way back down to Earth. Right here, right now, straight up. Now tell me, whatever you do, I'll be right here. You've got to fight for your right. Calm down, you're being too loud. Rum-pa-pa-pum man, down. I'll keep this world from dragging me, down. Watch out, here I come. You spin me right. We all got left behind. 'Cause they said it changes when the sun goes down. I am the only one. I am the only one left. Left, broken, empty and in despair. Come up and see me. You put your left hand in. You put your left hand out. I need you so bad. Down, down. Giddy up now. Shake your head to the sound, put your hand on the ground. Take one step left. Get it together and go up, and up, and up. We've come too far to give up who we are. Clap, 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 clap your hands. To the left. Baby, are you down? Down. Down. I gave him everything. Now there's nothing left for you. When it falls down, who are you going to call now? Saturday night's all right. All the right moves. In all the right places. You can always go down, town. Get down on it. And now the end is near. Continue south and you'll find nothing but a hound dog. But he ain't no friend of yours. Sorry, once you get started it's hard to stop. My little quiz show has ended. The fox explains they are everything. The dog, the squirrel, the shoes on your feet, the game basically. And long story short, it doesn't want us to stop playing. We made it here in 15 days. Hurrah! But we don't get a trophy because this game makes its own rules and reduces the days until Overmorrow. The boss battle begins. Avoid the black patches that move across the screen and prepare to cast your magic. You need to cast the spell that corresponds with the particles floating across the screen. Green for plant, blue for water, brown for creature magic, and red for fire. The blue and green colours can be hard to differentiate, but the green should be just that little bit brighter, with the blue being almost a dull grey. I've only just noticed as well, but the magic symbol appears above the stag's head, which should make it a bit easier. Do the right combination enough times and the stag will disappear. All sorts of weird and wonderful things appear on screen. And the Overmorrow sign and your precious days catch fire. So if you're trying to get the 15-day trophy, you may have to get there in 12 days, as the game will shave 3 off. Finally, the game will ask you if you want to stay here or reset the game. That decision is entirely yours, there's no right or wrong answer. Reset the game to be taken back to the beach with another 30 days, or stay here to watch the credits and be met with a blank screen. That's the end of this walkthrough, so thank you. It's time to reset once again. Goodbye for now, player. It's up to you if I see you again. don't worry so much about the 30 days. Take care, keep gaming, and I hope to see you again.